Hey everybody. So we have this really nice dashboard, and what we want to do is provide end users with an ability to understand how to read that dashboard. So we want to give them some sort of overlay. In the past, if you got here from our blog post, in the past you may have seen folks develop an overlay in PowerPoint. So they maybe take a screenshot and they put this sort of faded, semi-transparent black overlay on top of it, and they actually draw what all these different pieces are. That's what I've done in the past. The problem with that is that as soon as you create it, it's outdated, right? You make one update, one change, and then all of a sudden you have to go back into PowerPoint, recreate this image, bring it in as an image in Tableau, and it's not very flexible. So recently I learned about a technique from Zach Bowders from Data Plus Love podcast and Tableau Visionary, where he has this really simple method of creating an overlay. And he's not a blogger. He does the podcast twice, or twice a month. Been doing that for 6 years. Doesn't write a lot of blog posts, and I offered for him to write a blog post, but he said, "Hey, why don't you just take care of it?" So I'm going to show you this really cool technique from Zach. All credit goes to Zach. I did not come with this, but it's just really flexible way to create these sort of overlays to teach users how to use your dashboard. So we're going to start off by creating a sheet. I'm going to call this overlay, and columns I'm going to use average of 1. Now I will tell you, this method will not work if you use average of 0 or average or min of 0. I have no idea why that is, but it will not work. You must use average of 1. I'm going to just change this to a shape, make it transparent. Not that you need to do that. I'm going to make an entire view. We're going to get rid of all the different formatting, everything. We don't want to see anything on screen at all. So get rid of all these lines. None, 0, axis. I think that's everything. And then let's hide this axis. Okay, so we basically have this big blank overlay. Let's also do one other thing. Let's format this, and let's make the worksheet have no color. All right, so now we're going to go back to the dashboard, and we're going to create this overlay. So all we're going to do is we're going to use that sheet as our overlay. All we're going to do is drag this onto the dashboard. We could leave the title on. Maybe we make it say, keep popping over on this other screen. Maybe it says something like how to read. I don't know. Let's make it white because I'm going to make this thing, ultimately make this black. And I'm just going to layer this, the dimensions of my dashboard, 1511 by 850. And then I'm not going to change the sheet color, but I am going to change the color here to be black because I can control the opacity here. So now we have this how to read overlay. I'm going to give it just a little bit of internal padding. We might need to make this bigger, but I'm not really worried about that right now. And then instead of developing this content in PowerPoint like I normally would, this is what I would do almost up to this point. I would have this image in PowerPoint and create these images. What we can do is just right click, annotate, point, keeps popping over this other window for some reason. And I can put in whatever. This is where my title goes. Or here is the title. This is on black background, so I'm going to make it white, maybe a little bit bigger. Hit OK. Let's format this a bit. Let's get rid of this here. And now I can actually start building out this overlay, right? I can put these little elements where I want. So maybe we create another one over here, annotate point. This says my charts show year over year, most recent in black and prior in gray. Something like that, I don't know. I'm just kind of showing what this can do, and then we align this on one of the charts, format it a little bit. Let's get rid of the shading over here. And you can see we can build out this overlay really easily. Now, what do we do to make this a true overlay? We just add a show high button to this, and maybe we make this button, put this up in this bar up here in the space and make a button that says how to read. So users can just click that how to read button, assume this is a how to read button, and they can open the overlay. And then when you need to edit it, because it's a sheet, you can do it right here in Tableau. You never have to leave Tableau to do this. Just keep adding annotation with information and the leader line leading to it. And the great thing is you got all this custom ability to change the type of lines. You can have a little fun with color, right? You can change this to be whatever you like. You can even put arrows on here, right? So there's lots of things that you can do right in Tableau to make a really nice overlay, super flexible. And we've been on this for just a couple minutes. It takes you just a couple minutes. You don't have to even leave Tableau. So in the blog post, I'm going to link out to a template that Zach Bowders created and has a nice little example overlay that you can reference. But thanks to Zach, great little technique, and thought it was something we should be sharing broadly. So thanks a lot.